What exactly is 3D versus 5D? What is new Earth versus old Earth? So today I want to share 10 signs that you are already living in 5D that you probably don't even notice. First, what's the difference between those two realities? So 3D, as we know, is 95% of people are still experiencing the density, the fear monger, materialism, identity, ego, attachment. As far as new Earth versus old Earth, it's not a place, it's not a planet that we arrive to, it's not a destination, it's actually a frequency that we are embodied to, a shift of consciousness that we are experiencing in our reality. These are the 10 signs that you are already living in the 5D. So first sign, fear. As I mentioned, when we are in the old Earth, a lot of fear going on, scarcity, everything that we are experiencing, people, environment, the TV, the news around us in the 3D world is all try to put us in the low frequency in the fear state. For 5Ds, fear will still exist. However, fear will become as a lesson. It's not going to overwhelm you. You're going to feel the fear is here to help you learn and help you shift into a different state of mind. Because when we have different goals and when we want to achieve something, sometimes we just have to let the old detach. And when that happens, oftentimes we feel the fear. But in the 5D world, we will take that as a lesson. We will ask questions about what is this trying to show me? What is this trying to teach me? And when the fear arrives in the 5D, it will be more easy to solve and you will be not overwhelmed. Second sign, synchronicity. This one is the most interesting one in the beginning for myself, because when I experienced synchronicity, when I was thinking about somebody will either text me or call me right out of the blue, even for those friends that I haven't heard from for years. They just all of a sudden call or text. Also, when I was thinking about somebody in my mind, okay, let's say I go to certain cities and this particular friend lives in that city, and that person will just appear in front of me out of blue in the store that I was visiting. This happened to me multiple times already, and it was like, wow. So this is also a sign that's telling you that you are moving and going towards the right direction. If you see like numbers 111, 888, 444, the repeating number is a code to indicate that you are moving along into the right direction. So number 3, manifestation. Your manifestation will become more instant when you are manifesting certain goals, certain desire, certain things that you want to experience. It will appear and materialize faster. For my own personal story, I manifest 10K counting $100 bills before I drift to sleep. The first time I tried, I didn't expect anything. It came true around 6 months, and then it happened again back to back. So the second time happens like 2-3 months after. And after a while, I manifest using the same technique again. I was able to manifest only a few weeks. So when you experience this, then you are living and moving into the 5D. Number 4 is body become light body. I'm sure you guys heard of that. Essentially means we are shedding the stuff, the places, the people, the food, the habits, the identity that is no longer serving us. This can be very difficult and confused for many people, including myself. So when you experience this, things that you used to value, people that you used to bond with, it will no longer feel the same. You don't feel they are aligned with your current identity, your current experience, and you just don't have the needs or the energy that you want to continue the relationship, continue to get involved with them. As food consumptions, I used to eat meats like everybody else. In 2023, I decided to go all vegetables and seafood. Once I make that decision, the next following day, I just switch without any delays. This is more than just a mindset shift. This is a frequency and energy shift. So that's why there's no delays, and that's why I can just go from A to B right away. That is the best thing I did to stop consuming meat, red meat and chickens. The fifth one I kind of mentioned is a relationship shift. Relationship shift, including friends, family, coworkers, or significant others. This personally, I experienced a lot in my friend circle. I used to be very active in a community, and I used to have a lot of friends, social group, and I also really enjoying doing that. But after the spiritual awakening, and I started realizing people are different. People are not aligned with me anymore, and the value that we used to fight for is no longer there. It's very strange. And these people are not bad or anything. Okay, I want to clear that. But because the energy and frequency that are not aligned together anymore, so automatically these people will somehow, or some events or something will happen to occur for you guys not see eye to eye, or somehow sometimes there might be argument, or sometimes they just fade away over time. And also some other people that you haven't seen for years will somehow came back in your life, because once your frequency change, some people that you used to with the same vibration might disappear for years until you come back to that level of consciousness or level of frequency, then you guys reconnect again. So this happened to me very interestingly, because after I moved back to Orange County, my friends from Orange County start showing up, start appear in my reality once again. And the people who I was mentioning about, the community, are slowly fading out. Certain close friend that I used to have, somehow things are just not the same, and things that they do are not seeing eye to eye for me anymore. So I decide to let go of those people. So that's number 5, relationship shift. Number 6 is shifting between two realities. Okay, so this means even though we have experienced 5Ds and you have signs that I mentioned, sometimes we still shift back to 3Ds. And shifting to reality symptom that I've experienced is one day you might feel very energetic, feel that you can conquer the world, you can do anything, you can solve any problem. And then the next day you feel fatigued, you feel tired, not lazy, but somehow you just don't have that same energy, that same vibration and frequency anymore. I realized this. At first I thought, okay, maybe I just feel tired. Maybe the weather. Okay, I blame the weather. But this just happened over and over again, like there's a pattern. So now I understand that it's because energetically we are shifting back and forth the frequency, like the radio station. Sometimes we're tuned into, let's say, Kiss FM, and some other day we just want to tune into Coast 103.5 Coast FM. Yeah, so that's normal. When you're shifting, you're actually shifting back and forth between the new Earth and old Earth, 3D and 5D. So the next sign is number 7, time. If you notice, when people are talking about shifting, we talk about 3D, 5D, but what happened to 4D? Fourth dimension. Fourth dimension is time and space. Fourth dimension is the imagination. It's in our mind, actually. It's the fourth dimension. When you're in the fifth dimension, there's no time. Time does not work like the third dimension, the 3D dimension. It's not linear. It's not from point A to point B. Time in the fifth dimension does not exist if stacks. In this science, when you experience time, days, or even year, you will feel it moves faster. This happened to me. Every month seems so fast. Every year seems so fast. I can't believe we are in August, mid-August already, 2026. We are almost at 2027. This is crazy, okay? Because when you're in the 5D, time does not exist. Sometimes a month can feel like a day. Sometimes a day can feel a few hours. When this happens, don't freak out. At first, I thought it was because the age, how people say when you are aging, when you get older, time speeds up. But actually, it's not, because I just recently feel this way this past few years when I start get involved into the awakening and meditations. In the 5D, time does not exist. Means everything that I mentioned in manifestation, that's why it came faster. That's why it came instantly. Also, that's why the synchronicities happens, because our thought is very powerful. Our thought creates our reality. So once you thought about somebody or something, it will show up right away because there's no time. It's not like the 3D world. You take time to materialize. You have to take the action to do the things and materialize. That doesn't mean don't take any actions, but the action will be seamless, won't be so hard on you. It will feel like nothing if you really tap into this frequency and shift to the 5D. The time will just flow through your reality. Number 8, knowing things without knowing. This means oftentimes that we somehow just know something. This has happened to me because, first of all, I never studied quantum physics. I never studied neuroscience. But somehow I started just knowing all this quantum physics, observer effects, double slip experience, and our consciousness, subconsciousness, superconsciousness, all these I have never learned even just 5 years ago. And all of a sudden I know all this information, all this knowledge. And it's due to because when we tap into the frequency, it's like a radio station, right? I tune in, you tune in to that frequency, and whatever is in that frequency will send the signal back to your subconscious for you to receive. Our body is like a receiver and also a projector at the same time. So once you tap into that Akisha record, that frequency, then you will be able to download and channel and also remote viewing those information, those places, those knowledge. And when it comes to personal matter, I also somehow just knowing certain things without even trying to investigate. People might say it's delusional, or they might want to ask proof. Like I said, I did kind of got some information channel messages, bits of different information here and there to lead me to believe this is what it happened. Okay, so that's number 8. Number 9 is a big one. Materialism. In the 3D world, we chase things, we buy things, we go to work, we make money, and the purpose of making money seems like we just need to buy things. We just need to spend money to make us feel good, make us feel whole and complete, right? But once you shift to the 5D, materialism has no value. I lost the desire to have a lot of things. I lost the desire to look rich, to look successful, to wanting to have a lot of stuff. I become wanting to just have less, and less feels more. Less feels less stress, feel less anxiety, less dragging, less attachment, less carrying on. You know what I mean? So when you're in the 5D, everything less, everything you want to assemble as much as you can. That also comes down to how I dress, how I do things and wear things. Some people in the 3D world might look at you from their perspective, might think you are not doing so well in life. You're struggling. You're not successful, right? But if you're in the 5D, deep down, you know it's not that. It's because you don't value materialism. You don't want to chase anything anymore. That is a attachment. That is the frequency in the 3D that you don't want to carry on into the 5D, into the new earth. Okay? So last but not least is how you feel love, blessed, and a lot of gratitude. Because once you tap into fifth dimension, you will realize you are everything. All the natures, all the animals, even the people, strangers that you might came across in the public space. We are all connected. We are all interconnected. Nature is part of us. Nature is a reflection of us. If you really pay attention, you can see all the trees are interconnected. Under the surface that you cannot see, it's like a network, high mind, right? This is also with us human beings. We send out a signal and we are connected to other people's signal. And this is what collective consciousness comes from. We are all connected, so what we experience, what we thought, what we think, we create our collective reality for everyone to experience, besides the individual reality that we project ourselves, right? When you tap into the 5D, there's no hate, there's no fear, there's no jealousy, there's no drama, gossip. It's just pure energy. You value the things around you, even so small, tiny. You have a very large gratitude towards every little small things. You can feel other people's pain sometimes and fear or discomfort. I remember I ran into a friend through my synchronicity. I was in that city, so I thought about that friend, and all of a sudden he just showed up out of nowhere. And through our conversation, somehow I just felt this friend might have some internal sickness that he might need to address. At that time when I ran into him, I was asking him, are you okay? Have you seen doctors, or have you do any checkups? Because it seems like you are maybe suffering some addiction from drinking alcohol or whatnot. So what happened was I was connected to his field. And after a few weeks, talked to him again, he did tell me he went to the ICU, he went to the ER, and what happened is what I just told him when I ran into him. This is what happened when you're in the 5D. You can sense other people, you can even feel the animals, nature, and everybody, everything around you. It's all you. And you are everyone, everything as well. Okay, so that's all the 10 signs. I want to know what you experience in those 10 signs. Leave your experience in the comment down below. I made another video that I share about different levels of consciousness that we can level up. If you haven't seen that video, click this link right here. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please do subscribe right here. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one.